defenders, I think, it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. First things first, good morning to those of you like myself in the United Kingdom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, of course, good night to those of you wherever you are around this world. With it being Wednesday, first things first, I hope everyone's in good health, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, and I'm wishing financially for everyone that our finances get better and better. The one thing more important than money and the obvious is our health. If you don't have health, you're dead. So as usual, wishing you lot continued health in all aspects of the word, you know, and your loved ones and them things. And as I said, I hope everyone's having a good progressive start to the week in terms of, you know, moving towards their goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions and aspirations. Apologies, or better yet, for being 5 minutes late, people. I'm not going to lie. My nieces came to see me. Uncle DG. Family duties. I regret nothing, you know. I regret nothing playing with my nieces. I really regret nothing. I love you lot, but I regret nothing in it. It's a shame I couldn't play with them for longer in it, really, you know. I'm trying to be everybody's favorite uncle, you know the thing. But on that note though, people, as I said, please make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're taking part in the pinned message where where obviously there's a vote. Should we give up on Vlahovic? Because this daily Dusan, as I think I've seen one of you say again, I like to just be here and talk with you lot. Ultimately, I'm tired of it, really, this Vlahovic thing. I'm tired of the striker thing. It's not that we don't need a striker. It's I would love to have seen these sort of rumours, you know, regarding a midfielder. I know to the backwaters there's Arthur MELO, there was Bruno Guimaraes, there was Ronaldo. Give it a few hours, there'll be a next name. I want to see this level of aggression for midfield. I know Thomas Partey, big up my Ghanaians listening, they were out of the AFCON. Technically, Partey hasn't missed a Premier League game. You know, I don't know what Egypt's saying, but maybe Arteta will say, do you know what, we've got enough quote-unquote cover in midfield until the end of the season. Where personally, I hear that, but for me, I think I've said it in the summer, for this team to go to the next level, you need a midfield. There's no way that Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli, all these guys, the new recruits, Tomiyasu, Ben White, everyone who's good in this team, Tierney, they're going to go to higher heights and help us reach maturity and push on with the midfield. You know, I love Partey. I still think Partey just needs a partner. But reality is, I don't know what Thomas Partey I'm getting. We've been around the houses with Xhaka. We know he's got a clanger in him, he's got a mistake, he's got good points. Either way, it's probably not to the standard, and then it'll be gone. So I think the midfield is one thing that's required. Now, if we're going to sit there and say, you know what, we'll hold it up until the summer, I understand it, there is logic, but for me, we're going to live or die by this midfield. We're playing a dangerous game. I think we need a midfielder in January. I think you need to get a decent midfielder in January. Then if you could get a top one, fair play. I've said I think you need two midfielders. Realistically, you know, this time next season, I want to sit there with two new midfielders. Well, my maths is poor. Two new midfielders, Lokonga, Thomas Partey, and then whatever else is there in it, really and truly. I don't know if we're going to move on from those things, but it is what it is. You know, this Vlahovic thing, again, every day there's more conflicting reports. I'm past the point of caring. I would love the guy to come to the carpet. Of course, he's a talented player. He's got ability. He's got a wonder of a left foot. He scores goals. We need a striker in it, but if the man don't want to sign and he wants to go to Juventus, or his agents are doing funky business, fair play to them. In it is what it is in that regard. We're gonna go over all of that stuff in a minute. You know, Isaac is floating around now as well. Again, I just want a midfielder, and for me, this is where it starts and stops with this rumor thing, people. Really and truly, you know, we can talk about it, but until I see people holding shirts, it's all a myth. Again, please make sure you're subscribing and following on Twitch as well as YouTube. I've just dropped the link. And again, make sure you've set your reminders for tomorrow, because obviously it's Arsenal against Liverpool. We will be doing a watch along. And big up to everyone who was at my, you know, we did Morocco versus Gabon yesterday on Twitch. We did a watch along for that. That was quite a game, really. Gabon didn't come here to play any games, and a screamer from Hakimi grabbed the point. Brazy one. But yeah, what are you lot saying? Hit the like button. Sorry folks, I gotta make myself a bit more comfortable in this chair and whatnot. Is what it is. DG, no Twitch gang today. There was no 10 a.m. stream, but you know, I'm back on Twitch later today, man. You know, I don't leave Twitch hanging. As I said, I'm going to be playing Football Manager from around 3:30. Watch this space, because I probably will start earlier, maybe half an hour earlier. And then obviously we're watching Leicester and Spurs on Twitch, so I never leave you lot hanging. Hi, DG. This is Sten from Malawi. Big up the Malawins. Big up yourself and all the sister countries and whatnot. Love your channel, bro. I love your support, man. Without you lot, it means nothing. Vlahovic is a top-class striker. We must do everything possible to sign this guy. To be fair, bro, I think we have. You know, if you've bidded, the bid's accepted. Bro, my man, I do think he wants to sign for Arsenal, but he wants to go to Juventus and all these things. I can't begrudge him for that. I think we've done all we can. Step away from that now. Do the Isak thing. I know Isak, you have to activate his release clause. It is what it is. We know January is difficult to sign a striker. As I said, for me, I'm not saying we don't need a striker, but if I was Mikel Arteta, I'd be happier to persist with what I've got at my disposal in the final third. Then in midfield, I think we're playing a dangerous game in midfield, a very dangerous game. I've always said it, and I still maintain we're going to live or die by this midfield. And me personally, I've not seen enough to be convinced by any of the combinations that we've played. You know, whether that was Lokonga and Ainsley, Lokonga and Partey, Xhaka and Partey. It's not that these are bad players. I'm not saying that. You know, but we're asking a lot. Lokonga, as you've seen, is still adjusting to the league and evidently is having teething problems. We're asking a lot, you know. Again, we've gone through a lot already. We've seen injuries, suspensions, COVID. We've been through a lot for a team that's meant to be playing once a week. We've still gone through a lot. So I think we need a midfielder, man. And obviously, I forgot to say, Granit Xhaka to Roma's resurfaced. Whether it happens or not, it's another thing. Again, it's quite boring. Daily Dusan, you know the thing. Let Xhaka go. Don't even need compensation for him. Just terminate his contract, and it's a dramatically improved side. I'm not sure that's true, but I hear that, man. You're looking at this DV Dusan Vlahovic transfer less optimistically each passing day, bro. It's a myth, but I just love it sitting here and speaking about football with you lot, man. It's dead. It's really dead. If you're willing to pay 50 plus for Vlahovic, would rather go and get Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon now. Trust. But how convinced are they in Vlahovic? You know, I have to wonder. I'm not saying they're not on Bruno Guimaraes because Edu tried, but, you know, if you're willing, and I'm not saying a striker isn't needed and it can help us push to the top four and all of that jazz. But for me, that tells me as impossible it looks to get Vlahovic. That tells me you lot are convinced. Playing a bit of devil's advocate, I'm not saying we're not convinced on Bruno Guimaraes and the variables are the same, are different and they're not the same. But if you're ready to go for Vlahovic, overpay because it's January and all of that, deal with the, you know, the agent business. Bruno Guimaraes is there. Are you fully convinced that he's worth the outlay then? Is the club convinced that he's worth 40 mil? Or is there something in the backwaters, whether his agent has shut down a move away from Lyon or whatever? Now, their president, Ulas, is a tough businessman, but he's a businessman. He will sell. I don't know. I'm sure some of you are saying what's going on with Renato Sanchez. Probably in the last week or so, if nothing happens, that rumor there will resurface. But you have to wonder that Arsenal are not convinced in my man. Not whether that's a good thing or not. Really and truly. I don't care how much he costs. We need him at our club, trust. Nothing new, just DG 6 minutes early. Come on. I'll pay my fine, man. You lot allow me, man. You lot have been taking money. I'll get out. It's a £1 fine. I'll give you the next 50p later, man. That's going in the jar, man. I'll give you lot my fine. Boy, Christmas on me this year, innit? If it keeps going on like this. Shout out the Ugandans. You lot again. It's a pleasure to have all of you lot here, man. Appreciate you lot. We got rid of a lot of deadwood. Yeah, we're freeing up the deadwood. Kalajinac is gone. We had to pay him off. 100 bags gone off the wages. You know, Marie, not fully gone, but he's gone. You know, we're getting rid of our guys. Let's bring some man in because Kalajinac and Marie are bit part players in the squad and you probably won't have to use them. But if I'm playing devil's advocate, you know, we've seen injuries. We've seen it. Again, we need to supplement the squad, really. It's crazy, man. Morning, DG. If you had to choose centre mid in January or your boy Adeyemi, all logic goes out the window. Forget everything I said about midfield. If there's opportunity to get Kareem Adeyemi, I'm doing that. That's it. Come on. It's an opportunity of a lifetime still. Big up you lot. Keep your comments and all those things coming, people. The Juventus rumours are false news, Carl. You can't agree personal terms without a transfer offer in November or December. Thierry Henry, that's false. You can, you know. You can 9 times out of 10, you know, a club will speak to the advisors of an individual, see how much a contract will look like. Okay, in theory, I would like a 5-year deal, this, that, and the other. And then you negotiate with the club. So that's not entirely true, broski. Not sure why we are chucking 50 plus M's at a striker when centre mid is the priority. Just put all your money into buying Bruno Guimaraes. Just get an 8/box to box. We clearly have the money to splash. And also we need to remember in terms of how these lot want to be paid, you know, in terms of variables and things like that. Keep your opinions coming, people. But I think, you know, let's get into the articles and whatnot, people. Let's get all of this over and done with, people. You know, good old paper talk, okay? 300 odd of you locked in. Can you all hit the like button? Unexpected high bills due for those who haven't, you know. we're going to get Nicholas Bentner back if you don't hit the like button. I know some of you Arsenal fans are weirdos. You would like that, you know. I'm going to click on the article. I've already clicked on it. But Fiorentina have accepted Arsenal's offer of 80 million euros plus bonuses and commission, which would take it to 106 million euros in total for Dusan Vlahovic. But the player has already an agreement to join Juventus on a free transfer in 2023 once his contract expires. So what is he saying? He wants to help Fiorentina get Europe this year, stay for a next year playing in Europe, and then leave. You know, and it's very conflicting reports. 1 minute he wants to leave, he'll leave. He don't want to leave. His agents want him. Everyone's in agreement. Fiorentina acting. Once again, we're just having our pants pulled down in the Italian media. Fiorentina has accepted Arsenal's offer for Vlahovic, but there is Juventus. A no-holds-barred war is likely to break out between Dusan Vlahovic and Fiorentina, and to end up in the middle would be the coach Vincenzo Italiano. Fiorentina, the delicate situation, Vlahovic. Again, Google Translate. As collected exclusively, Fiorentina would have accepted the offer of 80 million plus bonuses and commissions in brackets for a total of approximately 106 million formulated by Arsenal for the Serbian striker. The player, however, would already have an agreement with Juventus with the penalty to be paid in case of cancellation to move to the Turin on a free transfer once the contract with Fiorentina has expired, therefore in the summer of 2023. Scrolling all the way down, the company of President Rocco Commisso in all of this pushes so that the centre forward is immediately, I guess, sold. And apparently they're looking at Piontek, but the Italian would not agree. The club's plan would be to test Piontek, and in the event of constant convincing performances, to sleep Vlahovic in the stands for the entire 2020-23 season until a farewell to zero. Extremely delicate situation. Now, I think he's gone in the summer, but yeah, man, lots of twists and turns. Vlahovic is totally confrontational. Sale is evaluated. Again, this Google Translate. The future of Dusan Vlahovic, and writes, the feeling is that the strategy of his attorney Ristic is to go as far as possible towards the expiry of his contract, which would mean continuing the total confrontation. And again, that would be good if he runs down this deal, because we don't know for sure that, for example, Haaland's going to sign for Real Madrid, and bare people want Haaland. Not everyone can get him. So you might end up at City. You know, you might end up at Real Madrid if they don't get Haaland. You might end up at PSG. You might end up at Juventus, you know. So I think he's on joining Arsenal. I think there is a part of him that's on it, but I think you have to accept you at the back of the list. Like, there's bare things he could do. And I understand Fiorentina's point of view. This is probably the last window to get big money. They will probably get big money in the summer, but you can't, you're negotiating hands poor in it, because he's contracted until 2023. It's a very dangerous game to let these sort of players run down deals. And considering he's 21, I don't know how much they spent buying him from Partizan, but I can imagine there's a decent sell-on clause for Partizan, but they're also going to make a decent profit. Hit the like button, people. So yeah, man, you know, which would mean continuing and a total confrontation with Rocco Commisso and his management. It is normal that Fiorentina have feared this hypothesis, want to monetize as much as possible, and it is equally normal that even in January, in the event that official offers of almost 70 million euros arrive, the purple market men can carefully consider what to do. I mean, Arsenal should just move on, bro. Like, Fiorentina clearly want to sell. You put up the racks. My man moving iffy. Again, we don't know, because we see a lot of conflicting reports. Just move on. Try the Isak thing. If Isak don't work, try the next guy. For me, I want to just see this sort of aggression with a centre mid. I want to see this intensity and rumours and stuff in the midfield. You know, I've seen Vlahovic's face more time than I've seen certain of my guys, really and truly. Like, I'm seeing Vlahovic, chatting about Vlahovic way too much, people. So it is what it is in that regards. That's the latest in relation to that. Granit Xhaka, player doesn't seem happy to have stayed at Arsenal, could run into the arms of manager at first opportunity. Now, I'm sure Xhaka's done some Insta live thing, and he conflicted these reports, but we all know that, you know, the midfielder wanted to go to Italy, and apparently the Serie A side never met the Gunners' demands, leaving him no choice but to stay put, and he signed a new deal to protect resale value. He's had injuries, he's had COVID, and he's had inconsistent performances. You know, this is Granit Xhaka. According to this report yesterday, who claimed the player doesn't seem happy to have stayed at Arsenal and can run into the arms of the special one in the summer. So what, they're going to buy Ainsley as well? The belief is that Jose still wants him in Rome as he continues to court him from afar. It would have to be a deal in the summer because there are a few margins to negotiate in Jan, but this all suggests we're in for another saga once the season ends. I mean, if you want to leave and Telemans can come in, I'm on all of that. So you do your thing. Mr. Isak, about to, you know, kick Arsenal fans while they're down. Arsenal transfer target Alexander Isak has clear preference over next club as Barcelona join the race. Barcelona are ready to rival Arsenal in the race to sign Real Sociedad star Alexander Isak, with the striker reportedly favouring a move to the Camp Nou over the Nou Camp. Arsenal have been eyeing up Dusan Vlahovic, blah, blah, blah. Another option Arsenal have been considering is Swedish international Isak, who has a release clause of 70 million euros, 59.8. So why not activate that? Again, you have to assume the player wants to join us and all these things, but it makes sense to go there, down that route. Apparently, the Gunners would hope to land the 22-year-old for significantly less, although it's still a smaller fee than what Fiorentina are demanding for Vlahovic, while the Serb and his agent also want massive signing-on fees. But Arsenal could face significant competition for Isak in the summer, with Spanish newspaper Sport reporting that Barcelona are also stepping up the interest in the forward people. Xavi has made a number 9 his top priority, and yeah, everyone and their nan is trying to get Haaland. Again, it's looking like he's going Real Madrid, and there's got to be alternatives, which could end up being Vlahovic, could end up being Isak. So we're going to see a lot of rumours, not just for our club and Remixed. And based on yesterday and just in general, I'm surprised Chelsea are not involved for a striker card. Surely the Lukaku thing's not going to bang. Isak has been, he has been underwhelming this season. To be fair, Sociedad haven't been firing. He's only scored 4 times in 17 appearances, people. Europa League, he's got 3 goals in 4 starts, so he's left his best form for that. Again, I clicked on this article. Again, I can't speak Spanish, and them things there, but let's scroll the way down. It kind of speaks about the same thing, how they want Haaland and all of these things, but apparently Isak reappears. A few months ago, it was the priority bet and process was made in his hiring, despite the fact that Barcelona could not make millionaire movements this summer. They talked to him, and Barca was very clear about his predisposition to reach the Nou Camp, well above the Premier League, so he wants Barca of everything. Everything was parked for its renewal with a termination clause of 90 million. Although its name appears again in the offices of the club, endorsed by the sports area, his youth, his quality, his explosion in Spanish football, and his good ability to adapt to possession football like that of Real play in his favour. It's not an easy operation either, because the San Sebastian club will value it high and we'll have offers for sure, but the option's there. So again, apologies, Google Translate making it sound like waffle, but yeah, man, it's a bit of a myth. So again, you need plan B, plan C, plan D targets, But Arteta is telling us that he wants Eddie to stay in that. So I hear everything that's going on. Arsenal ready to formalise big offer within 48 hours. Gunners specifically chasing January deal. And, Fabrizio Romano, I'll try and find his tweets, but he's been gassing up the thing as well a bit. We all know where we're at with him, people. This rumour is saying 48 hours, the North London club are ready to formalise the proposal to sign the striker. And the news could come in form of an email. It's again stressed that the offer from Mikel Arteta's side for the 21-year-old should be around 70 million. The Premier League club are also willing to offer him a 5-year deal worth 19 million euros per season, along with maxi commission to his agent. Arsenal have decided to dive into the operation in the winter market. If you don't bring him in, it doesn't matter. I don't want to hear nothing about no articles when the window's done. If there's no midfielder, I don't want to hear nothing from no one. But on top of that, I don't want to see nothing about we tried, we was aggressive. I don't want to see no articles in the Athletic and these papers how Edu flew over to Italy, he had negotiations, he tried it all. I don't care about that, because as much as I admire my club and what we're doing on the transfer basis, I feel when you look at the game against City, without the obvious and this, you don't get points for trying. Like you don't win games for trying. You win games for winning. You don't get applauded for trying to sign someone. You get it done. Fair enough. Vlahovic is a great player. He's a bad boy. He can go and do other things if he doesn't sign here. But this is where you need other targets, Carl. We ain't got the drip that Barca and Barca's still playing on all of that. We have to be able to be humble. If a man says no, be no. You could sell him the project. Listen, these clubs will be off. You're 21. Look how other people are struggling. Come here for a couple of years. These men will be on to you. We have to sell him them sort of dreams. But, I'm sorry, but it is, it's hardly like the man's name. Stop whoring. We need to stop whoring ourselves out for this done. And again, we don't know what's happening between Fiorentina, Vlahovic and Arsenal. The newspapers are going to gas up things and they know Arsenal fans leech onto everything. But this is more or less just saying the same thing, that we're willing to pay the fees. We're willing to do what needs to be done. But, if without knowing it, just as an ignorant fan, if man really wanted this to happen, it'll be getting cracking, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, it's not. So it is what it is where that's concerned. And apparently, just to go back to Xhaka is reportedly unsettled at Arsenal as Jose Mourinho plots a summer move for the midfielder at Roma. Yeah, man, it's kind of just saying the same things, people. You know, what you see is what you get with Granit Xhaka, to be fair with you. So I think we've all been down that road, and I think, you know, as long as he's in our midfield as a main player, I don't think he's a bad player. We're gonna still talk about the same things, people. Fabrizio Romano said Arsenal are trying to sign Vlahovic since October, but Dusan is still planning to leave in the summer. Not now. Nothing has changed. Really complicated negotiation on the player/agent side. Many clubs will be in the race in June. Exactly. I mean, everyone's going to be in it. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, either, you know, if the man don't want to sign, fair play, do what you're doing, man. Just like I said, I would love a striker. We need to focus on the striker. But for me personally, I'll be a lot more happier if I hear him. If I wake up tomorrow or at any point and hear a midfielder has arrived, we're gonna live or die by midfield. And even when everyone's fit, there's extreme inconsistencies within our team in the central area of the park. So, boy, it is what it is where that's concerned, people. But it's getting a bit boring talking about the same thing. Should we see what's going on in the Arsenal transfer mill on Sky Sports? I'm never going to show you. Look, we're just linked with Arthur MELO again. Xhaka and Vlahovic, we've spoken about. You know, Wijnaldum is there, Telemans is there, Danilo is there. Where's all these guys, man? Where are all these guys? Bring them to the club, man. You know, I was hearing Kulusevski, Guimaraes, Douglas Luiz. Pardon me, all of these guys is how we started off the January transfer market. Where are the Dons? Like, again, please, I just want a midfielder. Like, that's all I want to hear, man. Fair play. I wouldn't begrudge him going to Juventus. You know, can we even look at that Shamaka brother? Like, there's other strikers out there, and obviously every striker's a risk, but come on, man. Anyways, let me see what you lot are saying. Big up you lot. Make sure you're hitting the like button. You're following on Twitch again. We're going to be watching Leicester and Spurs. I know I said that dreaded word. And well, just before that, we're going to play Football Manager. No, Isaac, his numbers look like Bentner. I swear I don't want it. But listen, if we sign Isaac, I've said it, I think he's going to find it very hard first 6 or so months. I don't think he's as good as Arsenal fans are gassing. Football fans in general at this moment in time as well. I've never seen someone scruff a shot like an old school Raheem Sterling. It's going off target and a Spanish man puts it in the back of his net and man are gassing up the thing. But I do think Isaac is sick. But I can't disagree. His numbers are meaty right now, man. Go hard at Dusan Vlahovic this window. He won't be available next window. Next window, once we're back in Europe, go hard for midfielders. I mean, he's not the only man in the world, blood. I hear you, though. This transfer window is looking bleak. Boy, I don't know, man. Lacazette can do a job to the end of the season. I hear it, but sometimes, you know, as much as I like Lacazette's strengths, we're going to need goals. Sometimes it's not a game to be talking about link up with young players. Someone's got to score goals. You know, look at City, 9 times out of 10, they're ducky, man, without a striker. The one time they probably needed a number 9 in the Champions League final, boy. And there'll be times at some point this season they need a number 9. We don't need a striker this early. We can come top 4 with the same team. Something tells me Dusan will be a semi-ish player and ruin the play that we've got. I don't know about that, but fair play. This obsession in a striker is odd. Everyone can see the midfield is in need of help. I mean, Greenwood would be good. I don't see any problem with overpaying for Vlahovic. We should even meet with his agent's fees. Basuma could be a shout. I wouldn't mind Basuma, but again, can we get midfielders that are a bit more aligned to Santi Cazorla? You know, I think we've got some 6s here. Obviously, Elnene's leaving, or Lokonga's going to grow into his role, and Partey's there. I do think you could get a number 6, but can we get some players that, you know, a bit more quality in the final third? At this point, Sanchez will do from Lyon. I can't lie. I don't mind Sanchez, Renato Sanchez, because we ain't got much, but I'm not convinced. I can't lie. He's good, but just buying, man, for the sake of it, man. DG Partey coming back for Liverpool. Is he going to be back for Liverpool? Or is he going to be back for Burnley? Sign Declan bloody Rice. I would, but that's 100 million, mate. At minimum to even start a conversation, really. Spence rumors heating up, but midfield is so crucial. It's become stale. And as you say, Arteta and Edu were midfielders. This is why I don't understand it. Man said, shout Sancho, Kolasinac and Marie gone. I used to pray for times like this. Would you take Arthur on an 18-month loan? Yeah. I'd push for a buy option, man. Love your shows because it's 6:30 a.m. in Canada. Always on my desk working on one screen and the show on the other. Get all my daily news in one place. I appreciate that. Make sure your boss don't see my guy. Big up yourself. Big up all the night. Not and everyone else, man. I feel now Uncle Partey is coming back. We won't get a centre mid. Trust. which is scary, man. It's upsetting, man. DG, I passed the light, but I received the bill. Hey, man, I didn't say you wouldn't get bills. I just said unexpected high bills, my guy. It could be worse, man. Come on. Martinelli, Vlahovic, Xhaka, sounding like my football manager team. Do you fancy Pogba at Arsenal? Yeah. I fancy going on a date with Kelly Rowland as well. Like, it's calm, man. So they got their replacement, man. Too much money. He'll hold our club to ransom and bully Arteta if he turns out rubbish. I mean, I don't have any concerns about him, but boy, if he ain't going to get adaptation to the club and to fans in general away from agendas, he'll get an adaptation period. But for all the hype and stuff with Vlahovic, wherever he goes, there's going to be people looking at Donny with fine eyes now and a fine comb, you know, really and truly. Vlal isn't worth it. I'm not sure that's true. Vlahovic is way too risky. Why not go for David or Isaac who actually want to play? We don't know if we're just going on media talk, really, to be fair to Vlahovic. But I think Vlahovic would score more goals and hit the ground running more so than Jonathan David or Isaac. I can't lie, I'm not really convinced on Isaac or Jonathan David. I'm more sold on Jonathan David. I would kind of, it's a bit like when we was linked with Lacazette. We was linked with him for about 3 years. The last year I was kind of sold the most on him, and lo and behold, look where we've ended up personally. I think Jonathan David I think his performances have gone up. I think he's doing all right. But in my heart, I don't know if he's the one in it. The same goes for Isaac. They're good players. But every signing is going to be a risk still. And a massive one at that. This channel needs more credit. I appreciate that, Thomas, man. Cutting onions in that, man. Appreciate that. One day, my guy, man, with people like you supporting the thing, offering your comments, big up everybody tuned in. You know, we're going to get there sooner rather than later. Make sure you're hitting the like buttons. We're closing in on 200 likes. I can't lie. Vlahovic wants to stay a bit longer to help Fiorentina get European football. I rate that. Fiorentina building a decent team. A lot of other players would just leave first chance they got. I hear it. But I would say, is it because of Fiorentina or is it because he's got this agreement with Juventus or he just wants to focus on a transfer in June where he can look at his options? You know, the longer he stays informed, the more his contract runs down. And if I was him, I'll be looking at it like, boy, it's a me and Haaland thing this summer. Yeah, there's Mbappe on the free, but it's me, Mbappe, Haaland. You know, Haaland and Mbappe are the guys. Everybody's going to be fighting for them, all the top teams. But man's going to be here as well, you know. Like, I would be doing the same thing. So he could go to Juventus, you know. He's clearly adapted to life in Italy. He knows that it's gone. You're going to, well, boy, you know, Juventus are stinking up the place this season. They didn't win the title last year. But typically, you might win trophies at Juventus. And they seem, I don't know what's going on with Dybala, but there's that. Allegri could probably help him improve. You know, we can't rule out other Italian teams. Real Madrid were linked with him. Barcelona were linked with him. Two teams, if they come for you, you can't say no. You know, every team in England, you know, I don't want to praise them, but the Conte factor could help Spurs. You know, the Conte factor might help Spurs. You know, United might even come in just for argument's sake. Until City buy a striker, there's that. You know, Liverpool, you'd probably say one way they could go to the next level is probably an out-and-out striker, really and truly. I'm forcing the Liverpool links. Obviously, Arsenal have been linked. My point being, there's going to be bare people onto him and all of these things, people. So it would make sense to run down this deal, just like any footballer. You're seeing, oh, man like Eddie Nketiah. This is what football's becoming, running down your deals, controlling your variables. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It'd be, you know, let's be real. If them other teams there came for him, he's going in it. Isaac ain't going Barcelona. Stop dreaming. The article said it. You know, I never said it. And Barca are known to sign in Buki, man. Vlahovic can succeed at Arsenal and not Isaac. That's a bit harsh. Bit harsh. Let's get Vlahovic irrespective of the price. We need better quality than Oba and Nketiah. Bro, Eddie Nketiah was eating jollof yesterday. He should have been playing for Ghana, bro. And Callum Hudson today, bro. 1v1 demon and that. Heard he got 4 goals in 4 years. Them man there. Ever mention them scrubs with Bukayo Saka again. Vlahovic is perfect for Arsenal. But you see me, this is what annoys me. I'm not saying you, I'm not saying anyone, but this is what annoys me in general about when Arsenal are linked with players. Don't get it twisted. Vlahovic, clearly a bad boy forward, could clearly do stuff. But for me, it seems like Arsenal let's take the strikers, for example, because I've seen this with Szoboszlai, I've seen this with Maddison, I've seen it with Buendia, and just about anyone. Let's take the strikers. We'll be linked with Bearman. You know, we've been linked with what? Jonathan David, Isak, Vlahovic. Feel free to help me out with some other names there in it, but we'll be linked with a whole host of names. And then time goes on, it seems like, all right, you hear these rhetorics, Arsenal just want this guy, and then to the point where all the propaganda becomes about Vlahovic. Yeah, we've spoken about Isaac and these things, but the rumors are not aggressive to the point where it becomes like this guy's the only striker in the world that can do a job up front, and then ultimately it ends with thingy. I know I've done a hell of videos. I've even got a Vlahovic playlist, people. The one thing that I've always looked at this pessimistic anyways, beyond the obvious, is I don't know what gone for the Italian media. They're always trying to violate us and take us around the houses. And who knows? Vlahovic might be in negotiations with another team and they're leveraging Arsenal's desperation against us. I don't know. But it's crazy, man. Isaac can keep in the top 4 or 5. Shout Vlahovic can help us finish second in the league this season. Isaac is quality, but we need a killer like Vlahovic. Would still happily take Isaac. I think with Isaac, he looks like he will fit in my opinion, more what Arteta wants. Like, well, I don't know for the goals. I think Vlahovic is bagging, but I don't know, man. How good is Vlahovic? Never watched him play. I think he's pretty sick, to be fair. I need that type of money. Vlahovic is only 21. And obviously, let's be humble. If he came here and he banged it, you know, we've got to think about moving people on. You're a Chelsea fan. You got. I'm not accepting nothing today when people got Hudson-Odoi in their team and Romelu Lukaku. If Arteta has his Wenger-style convo with Vlahovic and he isn't convinced to come Arsenal for the project, then fire on, go for Isaac or David, whoever is on board and isn't injury-prone. As much as I agree, we don't know what he said. We don't know if Arsenal have bidded. We don't know what Florentino said. We don't actually know what going for the agents. We don't know with Vlahovic. It's all rumours, and a lot of it might be true, but we need to remember, like, until Vlahovic tells us what going, until whatever sides, we don't know. You know, I think in a couple of years we'll hear, yes, Arsenal's a big club. I had talks and they wanted me, but ultimately I went to Juventus and this and that. I know how this story flips. Like I said, for me, I just want a midfielder. Bring the midfielder. Give me these aggressive stories for a midfielder. Why couldn't this aggressive story be for Telemans, you know, or someone? It's actually crazy. All in all, that's a 200 million deal. And this is where I don't know, man. If the man wanted to come, he would come here, man. If the brother don't want to play at the carpet, then burn him. Have zero time to waste on man who ain't 100% committed. Trust. Vlahovic will ruin his career at Juventus. He would kill it amongst our young team. I don't know if he'd kill his career at Juventus. Juventus are a big club. Like, it's one of them for me. I don't think you can say no if Juventus chat to you personally. I find it very hard myself. Because that's what they do, man. This is what they do, Tristan. This, you know, Arsenal fans do this. It becomes, this guy's the only guy in the world, as great as he is, you know. We're not Madrid and these teams, so we have to be prepared to get rejected. And the world keeps spinning, man. Scouts, do your job. Can you find the next Vlahovic? Because Vlahovic was there at Partizan, you know. I don't know what reason we didn't sign him, but you all saw the resurfaced tweets that we scouted him from his Partizan days. Why didn't we move for him there? You know, find the guys before they go there. There's guys out there. People are going to make names for themselves. I know there's a lack of striking quality in that us fans. You can't, back in the days, you could probably sit there and at all clubs list about 10, 20 strikers. You can't really do that right now. And even the strikers that carry goals or you kind of know what you're going to get, you're not really convinced. Like Lukaku. I know in Chelsea's heart, they weren't convinced on bringing Lukaku back. They just gassed themselves. You know what? Goal scorer, knows the league. We need a striker. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, this is the reality. DG, who's the better manager, Graham Potter or Arteta? I'll leave that for you, look, but I rate Potter's tick. We should get 2 more great midfielders to strengthen us. How about reintegrating Aubameyang back and concentrating on midfield options? I would like him reintegrated anyways, because all it takes is 1 injury up front and 2, and the narratives change. But I would like to be getting midfielders. I mean, hopefully he brings Bruno Guimaraes to the carpet, man. I would love it, man. Spoke about Bellerin yesterday. The ugly truth is Xhaka has played more good games for us than Partey, but I believe Partey will eventually prove to be better. Doesn't Partey have to quarantine when he comes back? I don't know, man. I hope we can book it, man. I hope we can book it. We need to loan 1 centre mid and buy another, not on this one incoming flex. I mean, if we could get proper guys, why not, man? You know, you have to allow the Van der Beek thing, man. The Van der Beek thing's a myth now. Like, it's a myth. Bruno Guimaraes wouldn't be a bad shout, but this is where, you know, as I say in every transfer window, I'll shut my mouth until the end of the window. If there's no midfield, minimum, if there's no midfielder arrive, then all right, we'll have to see. You know, we'd have to see. We'll have to see. If he's not sure about coming to us, we should give up. Yeah, look, everyone's like, clickbait BS, clickbait BS. But don't don't shoot the messenger, bro. If the articles are saying we've had a bid accepted, what am I supposed to say, bro? Look, you lot are coming on my stream with your dick in your hand thinking you're going to see Vlahovic holding the shirt. Relax, bro. Like, relax. I understand you have to take your frustrations out on me, but, you know, listen, it's cool, man. Relax, man. Just chill out, man. Just chill out. 44K loading up by God's grace, man. By God's grace. Juventus want Xhaka. I mean, they want every bloody person under the sun. Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Watkins, proven Premier League players that only come for wages, will have the wrong attitude. There's actually a lot of players that just care about peas, but you'll never know it. And Premier League proven doesn't really matter if you're media. I mean, I like Dominic Calvert-Lewin. In our heart, Mr. Holborn, could you say Dominic Calvert-Lewin is going to bang, or you're 100% convinced? Definitely where Watkins is concerned. Decent player, I like him, but could you say 100% convinced Arsenal shine him now and he's playing up front and you want to build him? He's part of what you're building. You know, your front three of Xhaka, Martinelli, Smith-Rowe / Odegaard in the 10 and Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Watkins. I hear that. I hear that. I hear you lot. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying it's, boy, I don't know. And we signed Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We're going to stop crossing the ball for him. I mean, we didn't exactly pay 72 million up front for Pepe, but I hear you. Shout the Antiguans and the Bermudans in there. Why give up when we're in the middle of normal negotiations? Can't you stop moving when you talk? No, I can't, man. It's my effing channel. I'll buzz around and move around. If I want, I'll move my hands, man. Pay me to stand still. I'll do the musical statues, man. Or I tell you what you do. Just listen to the sound. You can't see movement. Just stop moving. Shut up, man. You sound like a fed. Don't move, police. Allow me, man. I still got scars on my wrists and shit. Allow me, man. Don't even do nothing. Premier League proven is the worst reason. Bro, it's only so it don't like, bro, I'm not being funny. Cedric's Premier League proven. Like, it all depends. Like, it all really depends. And you know what? They say when you move and talk with your hands, it's a sign of honesty, you know. So allow me. Why are we not considering moving Martinelli to striker? I mean, that's what I want to see naturally. But again, if you're, it's a bit harsh. We can't look at Martinelli to be a 20 league goal plus man at this moment in time because he's never done it. In an ideal world, we sign a striker and then we give him his opportunities to develop and play up front. Kind of what United have. It's not the best example, but Greenwood can get opportunities up front. Sometimes you're going to need a Cavani or Ronaldo to just do the thing. Those scrubs, DG chose violence and choose violence every damn day, man. But nah, Buendia's cold, but the fan base were gassing the thing, man. The fan base were gassing it. What do you think of Schick? Decent player, but I'm not on it, man. I really want Vlahovic, but if he doesn't really want to come, then I don't want a player that doesn't want to be here. I am torn on Vlahovic. I can see his quality, but I want a player to come to Arsenal. He wants to be there. I want to know that he loves the club. He'll give his 100%. It's a job, man. I mean, he can't love something he's never been part of. I'm sure he watched Arsenal growing up and that, but man's not born on Gillespie Road or Finsbury Park. Man's from Serbia. It's a job. You know, you can come to love things, but it is where it is. Like, as long as you score goals, I don't give a shit. Pardon my French. We're literally an Amazon documentary when it comes to transfers, all or nothing. Maybe that's part of the whole thing. Maybe that's the delay, man. Isaac will be another lacquer. Won't get many goals, but our fans would make up for it with his hold-up play and pressing. And I mean, boy, like I said, the main thing I don't want to see is I don't want to hear we tried nonsense. I don't want to hear Josh Kroenke in Athletic articles. Josh Kroenke was instrumental in trying to get Vlahovic, Edu this. Well, you don't get points for trying. We trying don't mean anything. If I try to win a race and I come last, that's dead. Like, it's dead. Like, it doesn't mean like they need to bring me Yuri Telemans, but we're living the movies there, man. Not gonna lie, if Telemans came, I'd be looking at that club shop on Shameless. Oh, so it's okay to buy shirts now. I hear it, man. I'm getting bored of this deal. I can't lie. We can get through this season with Laka, but we're actually dusted at the moment in midfield. I don't think we're buying Vlahovic, but why not? All of you sub, we hit 44k today. Come on, journey to 50k is taking long, but alive and kicking. 700 people, 200 odd likes. Come on, people. Tony, stick it on them, man. Again, unexpected high bills for them, man. There. Bye, Tim Cahill. We're not getting Donny, man. Can't lie. There must be another striker other than Vlahovic, David Isaac. I don't want to hear about Dominic Calvert-Lewin. How are Arsenal sleeping on Ndidi? Him and Partey with Xhaka as a third option in case sounds more than enough till summer. Get Aubameyang playing second to Laka, top four will be achievable. I hear it, but Xhaka, Ndidi, Partey, I'm not with it. I can't cap. I'm not with it. I can't cap. I'm not going to lie to you lot, man. Big up DJ. I think there's other strikers out there, but scouts seem to be lazy these days. Look at Eduardo. He was mad and unknown. Still, I would love Vlahovic. Smash the likes, people. Warren, you said it. It's easier said than done. Obviously, me and you are just saying this on YouTube. It's easier said than done to find strikers. And what I feel people don't understand, you could find a striker, but they might not be ready. Like, you need to watch them for a period. You know, strikers are weird like that. But that's what we need to do. It's easier said than done. But Lewandowski had to come from somewhere, you know. It feels like Vlahovic has been about for about 18 months, 2 years. He had to come from somewhere, and we were looking. So why did we act up? I always go back to the Under-20 World Cup because I did my little scouting videos for you lot. There was Lautaro Martinez there. There was Haaland there, you know. And I would have missed out on Haaland purely because I thought it was mess. But the only time I fully took him in was when he was doing his thing at Salzburg, just purely because he was good in the Under-20s World Cup. But they smashed one team like 9-10-0, and I just thinking, yo, my man's just on the bullying thing. And true to be fair, I think Lautaro Martinez actually got sent off against England. My point being, there's guys there. People love shooting the messenger. I respect it, man. I respect it. They can't get through to us. No, I hear it. You know, if I could get Vlahovic done, I would, man. I would, but I can't, man. You said the bid was accepted. What are you doing? You're a fucking liar. I can't believe anything you said deluded. There's no signings. We're not getting Vlahovic. Allow me, man. Hey, brothers, pull your pants up, man. Man up, blood. I don't even like to use that term, obviously, what's going on, but pull your pants up, man. Is no action going to be taken on Juventus after allegedly agreeing an illegal deal? My guy, I don't think it is illegal. I'm talking about pure ability. Vlahovic has the ability of Van Persie and looks fitter. I'll take your word for it. Vlahovic is strong, fast, and has an eye for goal. He'll definitely need a good midfielder like Cazorla. I mean, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I mean, he's all right, but I would accept it, but yeah, we're not really on it. Like, you know, I'll support him. He's calm and that, but Arsenal fans will be drawing him out. Look how Bellerin, man, got at the minute he stopped scoring now. He's not scoring because he's wearing them funny clothes. You know, look what they did to Bellerin. They're on him, man. DG, who would you get in if you had powers in our midfield this January? Bro, I can't lie to you. Mr. Bruno Guimaraes. Be trying to chat to Alwa. Seeing what could be done for Telemans in terms of agreeing something in the summer. Probably can't get him now. A couple others, man. You said a couple names. They've escaped me. I would see what, you know what? I'd actually see what Gladbach are saying for Kone as well, the young man. I'd see what they're saying for him. I don't think it could be done in Jan. I'd see what could be done there. I don't want it, but considering there's an opportunity there, I might see what Gladbach are saying for Zachariah as well. Would be what I would be doing personally. Don't forget to hit the like button and set your reminders, people. Again, tomorrow is Liverpool against Arsenal. Liverpool. We'll be doing a watch along for that. And later today, I'm going to be watching Spurs and Leicester on Twitch. Make sure you're there for that. Right, I still got my North London Derby watch along set up whenever that's happening. When is that rescheduled for? Crazy. Bro, Adeyemi, come to the carpet. But again, I think he's going to struggle physically straight away, being the guy through the middle. You got to eek. How do you feel about Bayern Munich's Tolucio? I like him as well, but it's them man, they're always linked with us. So it's like, it is what it is. He's adaptable. He's decent. He's a bit injury prone. Osimhen, you know, his name would be getting thrown around if he was bagging. Unfortunately, he's had a little injury, but bring him to Nigerian. And it's a shame that, you know, he's not playing for Nigeria. You know, Nigeria doing quite well in the in African Cup of Nations. If they had him and what's the other one they're missing? They're missing someone else. Dennis of Watford. Boy, it'd be scary still. We saying Joe Claudio, big up you, man. Do your thing. I honestly think we'll finish third this season. Joe, By God's grace, in it, I'm just me. I would love top 4. I'm just hoping we can get Europa League minimum in it. Like where we are right now, it'd be gutted not to get top 4. But I share your optimism, man. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. You know, hopefully we can play Burnley on the weekend and do what we're doing. I think what we've got Burnley, assuming that goes ahead, and Wolves away. Tough games. Tough games. Like your style, DG, from a yid. See, even the pagans love me. You know, what can I say? Big up yourself, Dirty Sanchez, because you're always here. And I know there's a couple. Big up my guy, Paul. I don't know if he's here. I know there's a lot of Spurs fans who rock with me. Again, you lot are good people, but, you know, good people make crazy decisions. You can't help the football club that you've been born into, but you lot are cool, man. You lot are cool. Throw this money at Napoli. The thing is, well, not what you know. They might do something booky to Osimhen in Naples. They might take all his goal scoring power. To be fair, we're old karma from Napoli. We're always stealing their targets in that. We should have let them have Pepe. Same way though. Already spoken about it, my guy. Italian-based publications. Scroll back to minute 0 and you'll see it from the start. 55 years an Arsenal supporter. Shout out you, Sean, man. Why is everybody so panicky about the Vlahovic bid? Negotiations take time. Respectfully, brother, I'm just here for a midfielder, innit? Like, it's not that I don't care. Because when Vlahovic presses and the ball goes over the top, what's going to happen? Like, you know, if Vlahovic signed for Arsenal and we're playing, you know, and we're playing against Nottingham Forest, he'd be irrelevant because there's still no midfield. It's meaty, man. All right, listen, I'm not giving up on Vlahovic. If he signs, he signs. If not, not. Like, brother, like I said, I'm not going to cap. I was about to say this is going to probably be the last live stream on Vlahovic. Probably not. I was going to save myself from capping. But, I've seen this guy's face more than some of my guys in the workhouse. Like, this is dead, man. Like, Vlahovic, Dusan, Vlahovic. Like, I'm tired of this, man. Show me the midfielders. Show me the Arthur Melos and all these guys. Because Arsenal keep dangling this carrot, Arthur Melo. Gomares. Who was the other one? Arthur Melo, Gomares, Awa. You know, all the Telemans. Bring me one of these, man. I'm not going to cap. And I would. You know what? I'd be more happier with a midfielder. But then, obviously, if you bring someone in like Vlahovic, where there's going to be optimism and all of these things, then it will gas me. But, yeah, man. I like what you said about looking for the new Vlahovic. There's a great strike option at Sparta Prague. Adam Hoslek soon to be another big thing. Why is our scouting so poor? I wouldn't say it's poor. It's just there's many variables. Sometimes work permits and these things, when you're going after a certain South American man or certain people in Eastern Europe, it goes against us. But yeah, man, we need to start doing that, man. You know, someone said Eduardo. How do you find a Brazilian that is playing for Croatia? Come on now. It don't make sense. Left-footed as well. Obviously, he got injured in that part. This is the territory we need to start moving into. Ward Prowse on the last day. He's not on it, man. But how long until the Luis Suarez rumors surface, man? You know, we can finally get him. Apparently, he wants to leave, but then again, he wants to link up at Villa with his former teammate Gerrard. What a signing that would be. Who said Who said Watkins is better than Lacazette? I don't know. I'd rather Lacazette, but who scored more goals in the league in the season? Big up the Ugandans locked in. Last resort, Tony. Kevin, you know, I like Tony, but Tony, for me, Tony's role in this squad would be a squad player. You can't be looking at Tony for goals. He's done his thing at Peterborough and that in the Prem. Fair enough. If you leave Brentford respectfully, he'll probably get more chances and score more goals. But it's the same things we say about Lacazette. You know, Ivan Toney's clearly got elite ments. Clearly will be good for other young players, you know. Clearly good in terms of link-up play. You see him play up front with his back to goal, drop into the 10, go out wide. But the goals, bro, you know, the next striker, I know I'm asking for a lot, but I want you to have that anyways. Like, it's not all either or. Like, I want you to have that anyways. It's easier said than done. But, yeah, man. Florian, I haven't watched him for a while, but once upon a time, I would have been behind that. David is in the Champions League right now. Why would he join? Different from Vlahovic, who wants to join the Champions League club, which we could get this season. I mean, his agent has said he's leaving Lille, so it could happen, man. Bro, man, I'm mad, man. You can't move these days. Do you know how? You see things like that when someone gets at me for moving, like in that sort of way, not even like, DJ, stop moving, please. When you say it like that, then my face must just hurt you. Like, this is what I mean. Baby mothers are watching, or in my man's case, maybe his baby dad, which, again, if you swing that way, it's calm, no discrimination thing. But you get me, man's playing for a next team still. So that man just got some internalized hate. But big up you lot tuned in. Big clubs move, big club vibes. Go get him. Let's get Champions League. Edison, I wish it was that easy, man. Julian, big up DG. Hope your 2022 is going well so far. It is, man. You know, I'm blessed. I hope you lot are also having a blessed start to the year as well. Big up DG, you're correct. We do need 1 or 2 better midfielders in Jan. Pep went to Man City, spent money on good players and won big in a short time. Did not wait for players to develop. Trust, it's easier no when you've got an unlimited purse string in that. But you know what? A lot of things, you know, there's not many. But when Pep got it wrong, he discarded man quick. Do you not remember when he had Nolito, dud, bish bash bosh gone? Exactly. You're right, man. And let's spend rightly, because unpopular opinion, Arsenal have spent big, whether it's been paying guys for 20 years in Bright House payments or not. But we've spent reckless, respectfully. You know, you look at our big money signings, there's not been too much bang for our buck. I love Lacazette, but we never got the Lacazette we thought we was getting. Let's be real. You know, Granit Xhaka, we definitely didn't get the Swiss Perlo. Let's be real. You know, Pepe, we definitely didn't get nothing there. Let's be real. And it's not also them. It's when you bring in the cheap signings that are not good acquisitions, you know, because you could say Tomiyasu's a cheap signing, but you've done your scouting properly. But you could also say Cedric, Kolasinac, Marie, these lot are cheap signings that end up being expensive failures. So it's these sort of things. When we have to watch our pennies that much more, it's like we've become a bit more reckless, in my humble opinion. So, yeah, there's not been too many guys that there's been bang for our buck. Every Arsenal fan could say, you know what, 30. There's, you know, we throw Xhaka's name to 10 fans. 10 men are going to say one thing. 10 other people, 5, sorry, are going to say one thing. The next 5 are going to say others. If we look at Ramsdale, everyone's going to say, yo, all right, cool. He does his thing. Tierney, he does his thing. Tomiyasu, Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli. The usual suspects. I don't need to say everything to you lot. We need more guys like this. And every signing's a risk. Every signing's a risk, but still, nonetheless, it's brazy, man. It's absolute braziness from us, man. What you guys, man? Sorry, folks, just breaking up the timestamps. Make it a bit easier for you lot watching this on a replay. Let's change that to 30. Shout out you lot. Players don't need to love the club. If he comes in and put, bro, Bear Man don't love the club. Bear Man don't even like their teammates, you know. Like, Bear guys don't like each other. It's a job. Obviously, as a fan, that vanity bullshit, we'd all love, oh, he loves the club, this and that. Bro, if you just do your job, do your job. You know, Vieira loved the club. It didn't stop him from whoring himself out 9 times out of 10 for Real Madrid. For those of you old enough to remember, every time, you know. Them United, man. Rooney must have loved United, whoring himself out to Chelsea once upon a time. Gerrard loves Liverpool, tried to twerk for Chelsea before the drillers them said you leave Liverpool, it could get mad for you. You know, it is what it is. I mean, is his agent a virus? Because in an ideal world, bro, if he has told his agent, I'm not, listen, all these other clubs, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to leave until Jan. And he's saying, you know, if you want my client, you have to pay big boy P's and, you know, you have to look after me as well. Why not? We don't know. Maybe his agent's doing the right thing. You know, there's the narratives we as fans can paint, and then there's the actual facts. And I haven't heard Vlahovic say anything in Serbian, English, or Italian in relation to this, or his advisors, or Fiorentina's owners, or Arsenal. So as much as we're seeing these rumors and we're talking, bro, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. You type in Vlahovic's name, and there's many different scenarios being painted. We're being taken around the houses. So for me, this is why until I see someone holding a shirt, I don't care. You know, and for me, can we have the same energy for midfield? We are one Lacazette injury away from a crisis. And narratives being changed, man. Love to see the stream popping. Big up DG Nas. Come on. Man said Tim Cahill, Ollie Watkins or Ivan Toney. Do you know what? Unpopular opinion, Watkins will probably score more, but I'd rather, out of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Ollie Watkins and Ivan Toney, at this moment in time, I'd rather Ivan Toney. And the other two are probably going to bring more goals to him. I said it yesterday that I feel like we were hoping for Partey to drop out of AFCON. Arsenal are messing around in the window. Stop negotiating with Serie A. Always wasting our time. Scouts not working. Just get De Jong and we are competitive. If only if it was that easy, man. If only if it was that easy, broski. No, Sandro's getting vexed. Please stop asking for Watkins. That guy is not good. That's harsh. Harsh. If we don't end up signing a midfielder, I knew it would pin down on Partey's Ghana situation. And this is the problem. Like, obviously, the last game Partey played, before he went off to play for Ghana, we wish he didn't go. But, we're relying a lot, and Partey's been inconsistent. Like, so it's like, are we developing amnesia? I don't know, man. Am I the only one that would rather give Pepe a chance as a striker than pay 100 million for Vlahovic? Probably. Pepe's mum and girlfriend probably would do the same as you. So, yeah, man. James Ward-Prowse been bagging in DG's FPL. I ain't checked my FPL team for a while, but you get me? Ward-Prowse does his thing. Damn, DG, never knew your side of this savage humor. Aye, man. What you see is what you get, man. What you see is what you get, man. I'm becoming a villain on YouTube. You lot are making me a villain. Sometimes I see certain comments. I let a lot of things slide, and I'm like, you know what? It's a villain thing, man. It's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez inspired, man. Dark art specialist. You've got to do these things, man. You lot have turned me into a villain, man. Arsenal turned me into a villain. I even enjoy the Twitter antics, seeing people do a Mazda now. Vlah is a natural. Saka's numbers would go higher with him. Bro, Tierney would get some assists. We could start scumbagging. I do rate Jonathan David, but it's not someone I'm going to go mad on. DG, can we win the League Cup this season? Well, tomorrow you've got 90 minutes. Arsenal, that is, have got 90 minutes to try a thing, innit? Really? But Ward-Prowse, he does his job, man. We need a couple, man. Like, you need a couple geezers like that. Obviously, we've got the man then. We've got Pepe, Aubameyang, Laka on paper, but Ward-Prowse, he's just gonna training's at 9. He's there at 7:45. Like Tierney, like Ramsdale, the man there just going home. Just want the man there just want their roast dinner. They're going to bed, chilling with their family, just doing their job, just consistent. Can take a free kick as well. Guys like Ward-Prowse are perfect, man. You need a couple man like that, man. Would you take Basuma? Yes, but I would like a more Santi Cazorla sort of midfield presence, or someone whose strengths primarily are going forward a bit, because I think we've got a lot of piano pushers. We ain't got a lot of piano players. Jonathan David is calm, man, but yeah, man, there's a lot of people I'll try to do a thing for first. Who else have we got? Talisha was injury prone. Dusan Vlahovic is a wonderful player, but the stress of trying to convince him and his agents just to get a deal in line is just sickening. They want to milk us dry. Trust. What did I miss, DG? Well, I would scroll back to minute 0 and then listen to minute 30. You've basically missed. We're just talking now. You've basically missed the actual articles. That's for anyone as well. Don't shoot the messenger. And then we're there, man. You lot keep your opinions and whatnot coming. 2 players Arsenal should sign in January or the summer. I mean, I'm not a transfer man, but again, Bruno Guimaraes, Vlahovic has been said. Karim Adeyemi for me. Kone over there at Gladbach. Yeah. I'd say them. I don't know if Miguel Aziz is gonna play, man. I promised myself I wouldn't be so invested in this January window, but there's something about the transfer window in general that man gripped. I mean, I just like to be here, innit? Like, I just like to talk with you lot. Like, this is just free content, really. But again, as an Arsenal fan, once again, until somebody is holding the shirt, boy, it's a myth. Get Frank Kessié on a free from Milan. I hear it, but man are getting that Pepe and they want to sign the exact same guy, basically. Crazy, man. I know it's impossible, but Jacob Ramsey looks to have a lot of potential. He's 30, man. Sup, DG, we need goals. 3 goals, 12 shots this season. We need a striker, man. We do. And this is where I say, as much as I love Lacazette and that, bro, he's not got the goals. Fans are not going to care when things are not going well. We should go for Cherky. He's got 18 months left on his contract. Yeah, man, he's not really hitting the heights. Nisa onto him, apparently. For me, after watching a YouTube highlight reel and your interview, I want Hutchinson to be added to the squad. Listen, big up Omari Hutchinson. He's going to have a good career. And you know what it is? It's not even going to be because of his ability. Well, it is. He's got this upstairs, man. Testament to his family and himself, man. Omari Hutchinson, I couldn't praise him enough, man. Do you mean you don't trust the likes of Odegaard and Smith Rowe? Where did you hear that? I don't know where you heard that. João Pedro, he'll be all right. DG, what the hell has happened to Aouar? Has he just vanished off the face of the earth? No, he's still there, but it seems like all the rumors of leaving are gone. I don't know when his contract is done. Hey, deluded, big fan from India. Keep up the good work, my man. Shout all the Indians. I'm just really tired with our transfer news. I ain't buying anything till I see them with an Arsenal shirt. Trust me. Trust me. And that's what I'm on as well, man. Like, I like to, you know, when we talk about these transfers, temporarily I start to dream, it'd be all right having Vlahovic, Telemans, Arthur in there. But reality is, until they sign, Jenkinson signed for Melbourne FC. That's his level, man. They're about 12 years too late. If we get top 4, I wouldn't mind 100 million in the summer for Declan Rice. Blood. Hey, big up Declan Rice, and I would, but I don't think Arsenal in a position to do that, man. Like, respectfully, is he worth 100 million quid? And I rate Declan Rice, you know, but what are you getting for 100 million quid? He's a 6. He's a defo better on the ball than people give him credit for. But, you know, can't you find that somewhere else? Like, listen, top player, longevity, all of that. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but 100 million. And is that even the profile of midfielder we necessarily need? Like, it could work. You'd get into our midfield. Take nothing away from Declan Rice. But, hey. Everybody says that, and then watch when Partey has a stinker, which I hope's not the case. They're gonna say, "Oh, I wish he stayed in Cameroon playing for Ghana." And some of you Arsenal fans are shameless. You lot were supporting Ghana's ops for them to go out. I hear it, man. Big up yourself, DG. By the way, love these streams. I got a lot of energy for this Vlahovic deal that I need to vent, bro. You know. If Arsenal are willing to break the bank for Vlahovic, then maybe go for Isaac. I think he suits Arsenal's playing style. We need a Giroud physical back to go, quick pass / Thierry Henry's pace of finishing. DG, if Vlahovic is happy to stay at his club, he might be thinking that more clubs will come calling in the summer, defo. And he says Juventus is better than Arsenal. Why chase someone who doesn't want to come? Noel, when you put it like that, it is what it is. If by some absurd reason Chelsea are willing to sell, would you take Conor Gallagher? Why not? But they're going to cost us an arm and a leg, man. Would you rather Kakare or Bruno Guimaraes? Kakare is my guy, but Bruno Guimaraes. I know the passion when man are typing in caps. Why sign Vlahovic if he doesn't want to come? He would have signed time ago if he really wanted to. I share that as well. DG to go. I appreciate that, my guy. Hey, Sophie United fan. Shout out you, man. Shout out you. Man asks where's out. But I was chilling in France, man. Chilling in France, broski. Chilling in France. Arthur MELO is the type of cheap signing that you're talking about. Discount, not quality. I mean, I would love him, but I really like Arthur MELO, but DG, hope you're well. Can't spend big on players who ain't proven Prem quality. I disagree. You know, the Prem quality, man. You know, if you had to go around the Prem respectfully, you know, you're gonna get charged an arm and a leg, bro. What, right? Declan Rice, that's 100 M's. Maguire cost 80. Wan-Bissaka cost 50. Ben White was 50, which again, he's a good signing, but that's one season in the Premier League. You know, Southampton, when they had Shaw and Chambers and that, there was premiums. You know, you try to buy Maddison, how much that's going to cost. We tried to get Zaha, how much is that going to cost, or was that going to cost? You know, who else is there? Adama Traore, there was once upon a time, I couldn't believe it. You know, they were saying 75 million for him now. That's dramatically dropped. You know, if you try to get Ruben Neves, that's about 50, but there was a time Wolves might have been able to command a lot more. I don't even know, in theory, how much is Ward-Prowse? How much is Phillips of Leeds if you tried to grab him? Not that Leeds would have sell him, you know. Trying to think of more guys. So I hear it, but I understand why people would rather go elsewhere. Because everyone in the Prem is trying to bump everyone. People have agreements with teams all the time. Like, you lot need to understand football. Like, DG, how are you feeling about Saliba and Guendouzi return? If they are to return, fair play. You know, I've given up with Guendouzi, not because I don't rate him. It's just you and Arteta are beefing. It doesn't feel like there's going to come a conclusion to you lot's beefing, innit? And it doesn't seem like it's over. So Yeah, I would love Guendouzi back. Ironically, you know, we'd be all right in midfield with him, but them things there. It's not a footballing decision. It's we're beefing each other. Like you and me, the relationship is damaged. You've got to go. It's one of them ones, and then, so more life to Guendouzi. Go do your thing, man. Sandro's on this guy, you know. DG, I've seen Watkins do the same mistakes over and over again. He's mid. I like him, but he's beaky, man. Serbian machine. Would you take Ricky Peak from Barca? I've heard, you know, we've been linked with him, but why not, man? Zaha, DG, Premier League proven quality. I hear it, but the Zaha thing's gone, man. It's 2022 now. It's gone now, bro. 29 years of age. It's gone now, man. Him and Harry Kane gonna have to start a WhatsApp group about being held hostage, man. It's gone. They're gone, man. It's over now, man. It's over with. To be fair to you, Zaha, 29, contracted until 2023. He has one last chance in the summer to keep it moving, but like, man, and his form's hardly amazing. Had a hand in 6 goals in 17 appearances. That's not the worst. 1 assist, 5 goals in the league. I like Zaha, but that train went time ago, man. Come on, man said Thanos. Yeah, Martinelli can play up front, but it's different if you're looking at Martinelli to be the guy because he will struggle with his back to goal as he learns to do that. It looks like he's getting a new contract at Leeds, Calvin Phillips. I'd like him, but this is it. And everyone knows you got P's. No one wants to sell guys. So it's a zang. Everyone's going to get zanged. Xhaka would turn into a menace playing with Vlahovic. I miss Aubameyang, Vlahovic or Isak. I'm good with both. Just buy him. First time see you sub. Big up you, Fire, for subbing. Hopefully it's not your loss. This transfer is a free hit. How about Luka Jovic? We risked it with Henry, who flopped at Juventus, and the rest is history. I hear you, but respectfully, don't ever put Henry and Jovic in the same sentence. But why not, man? You know, there was a time we all wanted him. Why not? Man said Vlahovic will go to any club except us, probably. People say Premier League is the hardest league, but don't watch football outside the Prem. I mean, they say they criticize other leagues for being a farmers' league. City are running away with it. You know, Juventus are struggling to win the title again after not winning it last year. PSG will probably win it in France. You know, Bayern Munich again. You know, he's buying Germany, but you know it's a bit of a beaky one. DG, should Arsenal send a private for party? Why not? Sergio Roberto, allow me, man, allow me. Def take Ward-Prowse and push Xhaka to Mourinho. If you can win some fouls, there's always a chance of a goal with that done over the ball. Oh, man. We should be closing in on 700 likes or high bills. Come on. Trust. I don't know, man. Listen, let's just let Amari do his thing and then them things. Seko Fofana's doing the business in France. Shout the Virgin Islands. Do we know whether Partey will be able to play tomorrow or not? I don't know, my guy. I have no clue if Partey can play tomorrow. You know, I'd imagine it's a big ox. You know what? Assuming I don't think he got on a plane last night. I would be inclined to believe he's coming back today. Probably Thursday's a big ox for him, but you'd imagine service after he gets over the jet lag. Normal service resumes and he'll be eligible, assuming there's no knocks been picked up and whatnot, to play against Burnley on Sunday, assuming that game goes ahead. Because obviously, as you know, Burnley haven't exactly got a whole host of players to pick from. Or in fact, you don't know, innit? Because the media didn't make a big song and dance about Burnley and missing players. It's only Arsenal. I never see Mexico, man, in this. Shout out the Mexicans. Yeah, that's what the rumor said, man. It's going to be insane spending such on one player. I hear that, man. What do you think about Vlahovic deal or not a deal? I mean, I like Vlahovic, so I'll bring him to the team, but myth, man. Your opinion on Rice is spot on. The guy's quality, but he's not worth what we'd pay. Plus, he hasn't consistently shown he can break down a low block. He's a good player, but I mean, brother, and we ain't got we got 100 million on Declan Rice, and we have to talk about signing someone whose strengths once again are about passing the ball forward. And then we'll still be talking about a striker. And then if you really want to break things down, we probably need to buy a decent backup right back. Or at least bring back Saliba into this team and say, you know what, Ben White, unofficially, you're going to be the second choice right back when need be. You're definitely going to need a second choice goalkeeper because you can't imagine Leno's going to want to hang around and be Ramsdale's training buddy for too long. You know, spare a thought for Leno because, you know, I don't know how many games technically you play from the FA Cup's first round that we'd enter to the final, but he's lost that. You've got, you know, I don't know if Leno's playing today. I'm going with Ramsdale today. So assuming we get to the final, you've probably lost that, you know. I don't know. Big up DG. Am I the only one thinking that Arsenal moving soft? They were quiet about Melo. Juventus talking about how we can have him if they get replacements. So why don't Arsenal move for Bruno? Roger, when you find out the logic behind it all, let me know. But this is where I try not to make sense of it because to me, it just sounds clouded. To you, it's the same. And it's because obviously we're not in the negotiating tables. And no matter what some people comment, I can't phone Edu and things like that. So it's like, rather than try and understand it, I just say, you know what? Shut my mouth. Come the 31st of January. 1st of Feb. For me, if a midfielder don't arrive, then we have to talk, man. Big up DG was here when you had less than 500 subs. Keep going. Liam. Hey, man. Salute you, my guy. Stop cutting onions, man. I wish I was an emotional done, man. Them comments there makes me want to cry, man. You've been here from the jump, man. You defo been here from the blue jacket days and all of that, man. We've only got 389 likes. Let's keep boosting that up. What else are you lot saying? Zaha was once South London's great. Hope now we all have invested in Smith Rowe. I hear it. In the summer, all the Arsenal fans were saying Maddison's better than Bernardo. I think they were saying better than Odegaard. I don't know. No one was saying that about Bernardo. You're telling lies still. Don't lie on my guys. Arsenal fans are special, but ain't that special. Can we get a Cardi? You lot, after Aubameyang scandals, you want a Cardi. I hear it. He will score more goals off the field than on the field. And to be fair, you know, it'd be drama. We're already giving people clicks. We already had dramas. I don't need no more. Don't need no more at all, people. Quickly off topic, people. In fact, where is my thingies gone? Arsenal. Sorry, folks. Let's 51-40 to 112. Why are we not making signings? Sorry, folks. Obviously, quickly, we do have a duty to speak about tomorrow's game, people, very quickly. I don't know if Mikel Arteta has done his press conference. I know Klopp took his, you know, he made his side man do it respectfully to Pep. You know, I'm just bantering. But hey, you know, in terms of a preview, what can you say? There's nothing for me to say. You're 90 minutes away from a final. You know, you're at home. We're going to need the Emirates fans to do what they can do. We're going to need Arteta's tactics. But once the players cross that chalk, it's them alone. Now, and Liverpool are going to be angry. You know, Liverpool's performance against us, let's not lie, wasn't good enough. You know, they failed to score. They failed to break us down. We're missing several players. For a team like Liverpool, it's unacceptable. And Klopp is going to make them, you know, understand that. What I want to see is bravery, you know. Everybody probably expects us to lose. So go out there and have a go. I want to see bravery. I want to see playing with no regrets. As I said, it might not be the most prestigious competition. You're 90 minutes away from a cup final. And especially when you've just joined a club like Mikel Arteta, you know, anytime you can win trophies, it creates a mentality. We've got an FA Cup, win another one. Again, you know, I'm sure Pep has won this trophy a lot of times. Pep ain't going to be remembered for it. You know, it's all the Premier Leagues and that. But how much of a mentality has that settled? And for us, it might as well be a Champions League final because I know a couple of these young players have won an FA Cup and stuff, but generally, a lot of you haven't won that much in your career, or you've only won one thing, and the new signings ain't won a damn thing at this club. So there's an opportunity to the final. There's really nothing to say. You're playing a formidable opponent in Liverpool. You've got a fantastic opponent in Chelsea to await. It is what it is, people. We're out of the FA Cup. You know, this is your only chance to silverware. You know, mathematically, you can still win the Premier League, but that's a myth in a nice way. So it is what it is where that's concerned. I think the only thing I've got to say about that is my lineup, really. You know, if everybody's fit, where good news, we're hearing this game is going ahead and a lot of people are returning. If there's a reality where Partey can play in this game, I think we're asking a lot because he's going to have to travel back, deal with jet lag and all of these things and play straight away. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I think Partey has to just cool off until Sunday. But if Partey's fit, then obviously I'm going with Partey in midfield. But if he's not fit, then for me, assuming these guys are all back as speculated, Ramsdale in goal, Tomiyasu on the right, Tierney on the left, Ben White and Gabriel centrally. But Gabriel has served his suspension now, I'm sure. Lokonga and Odegaard, if need be, in the midfield. The midfield's probably going to be a bit lightweight. I'd go Lokonga, Odegaard, Smith Rowe in the 10. In midfield, I mean up front, sorry, Lacazette, Martinelli, and Bukayo Saka. That's me personally, folks, where that's concerned. But as I said, it's short and sweet. It's a game where we know what to expect with Liverpool. We saw them against Brentford, you know, fullbacks, assist kings, you know, Robertson down the left, Trent down the right. You know, they've got a lot of quality, you know, Jota, Firmino, we know all about them as Arsenal fans. You know, they've got quality all over the side. I think they're missing Thiago, so that gives us a chance. But, boy, Liverpool, I'm expecting anger from Liverpool, and I think our fans are going to have to play a massive part. But it's not about it is about the fans. It is about the tactics. But at the same time, the fans can't hold your hands. If you know, the manager can't hold your hands. The manager can prepare all week, and that's that. The fans can gas you, but you've got to do something. And the fans feed, same way you feed off the fans' energy, you know, they feed off yours. If you give them reasons to be excited, they're going to make more noise. If you move nervous, the fans are going to move nervous. You know, Liverpool are going to come here and try and quiet the fans, really. You know, let's show them about real atmosphere, Carl. That Anfield Roar was some bullshit when we went there and playing, man. Arsenal takes too long to close a deal. We just need 2 signings to hold on until to the end of the season. I hear you. 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 What else are we saying? But yeah, that's where Liverpool's concerned. Again, you're 90 minutes from a final. There's what more can you say? You're 90 minutes from a final. Have no regrets. Simple as that. You have regrets. It's the worst game to have that. Because I don't know about these players, but your conscience should keep you up that night. Really and truly. Simple as that. Hit the like button, people. How about Guendouzi? I mean, he seems to be gone, man. He's gone. Like, he's gone. Why are we not paying the agent what he wants? I don't know. You'd have to ask Mikel Arteta, or I do. Shout out, DG. Do you think there's an element of Arsenal doing all of this for Prime Videos to make it all dramatic? I feel like they're moving weird. Probably there's an element of that. Would love to see DG and Curtis Shaw link up soon. 2 of the realest Arsenal Donnies. Appreciate that. You know, we'll see what we can do, man. Pigeon in the park days. Arteta's going to come with Partey as like our new signing when we don't have a midfielder. And this is assuming no one can get injured from now to the end of the season, right? Which is crazy and scary, really. Just because everybody's back and the squad look better doesn't mean there's not variables. You know, again, in my heart, do I believe we've got enough from now till May? Probably not. Again, it's specifically in midfield where I personally think we'll fall short. But again, I hope to be wrong. I think we played a dangerous game just betting on these midfielders, and we've been fortunate really to get to this point, as kind of typified with the fact that, look, what's his face? You know, Partey technically hasn't missed a game. That luck will run out. I'd rather be over-prepared than under-prepared, and it seems like we love to be under-prepared. I'd rather have too many midfielders on our books than not enough. People can always keep it moving, really and truly. And to be fair to you, it seems like there's some other transfer stuff going on, people. 1 second. It's the same old recycled tosh. Apparently Arsenal want to sign Danilo from Juventus. Oh, give me a rest, man. Please. No. Just no. Like, please don't do that. There's some other transfer news as well, people. Share my screen. It's the same old. Martial would be the perfect 9. What is Martial a number 9 now? Or is he a winger? I don't know for the Monday. Who's that? Arsenal pressing to pack his bags. Player pressing to pack his bags and secure Arsenal transfer. Flattered by Arteta. Scrolling all the way down, it's made clear Arsenal are pressing to sign a midfielder and have proposed a 6-month loan to bring him to the Emirates until the end of the season. As you know, he, what's his face? Arthur played yesterday against Sampdoria, and it was quite weird. Apparently, from looking at what Juventus fans say, they say Maximiliano Allegri doesn't really trust him to be at the base, in bigger games. Like, he'll let him be at the base and Locatelli further forward, but he doesn't find him disciplined enough in big games. Some people might say that about Xhaka. Apparently, Juventus' director of football is demanding a more significant financial commitment, meaning that if the London side don't want an obligation to buy clause in the deal, then they should at least loan Arthur for 18 months. But even with Allegri playing the midfielder more than he ever has done before, The former Barca man is pressing to pack his bags, flattered by Mikel Arteta and by a possible showcase that will allow him to hold on to a spot in the Brazil national team ahead of obviously next year's World Cup. While it's very known that Arsenal want Arthur, it appears certain Arthur very much wants Arsenal at this moment in time. I mean, it seems like, we're a weird club. We agree a fee with a club. The player don't want to sign. The player and us want a player to sign. The manager of the prospective club is playing hardball, all in the life of an Arsenal fan. We're linked with Spence again. Apparently, it's a North London battle for him. I mean, to be fair to you, if I was him, I'd sign for Arsenal, but removing my bias hat, would you back your chances against Emerson Royal or Tomiyasu? It's up to you lot. Apparently, the Gunners are, Arsenal and Tottenham are set to go head-to-head over a move for Nottingham Forest fullback Spence. The Gunners are keen to bring in competition for the summer signing Tomiyasu. Their North London rivals are both considering a move for him. Obviously, he had a great game against us, and he was on loan at Middlesbrough. Apparently, the fullback, who was formerly of Fulham's academy, will have 2 years left on his deal at the Riverside come summer, and they're expected to demand 12 million for him. I mean, why not? Cedric Suarez could leave Arsenal soon. Not soon enough. So, yeah, that's that. It's the same old guys being linked, man. Arsenal versus Spurs for Spence. Oh, where did the caps go? So, yeah, that's that. Quite this waiting, really, man. You know what? The journalists, at least throw us some new names to be linked with, man. I'm tired of putting Vlahovic's name in the title. Vlahovic deal is a recipe for disaster, spending big piece for someone who has one top season, that's all. Bit harsh. We need midfielders ASAP. Burnley think they'll escape relegation by postponing all their games. The amount of money in the Prem automatically makes our league better based on the fact we can invest majorly. If you view up most other leagues, majority of players in the starting lineups are domestic, and it's true, but also it's made it a difficult one. It's reckless. Chelsea can spend 90 million on Lukaku and get it wrong. United can spend how much money? Arsenal can spend how much money? It's not said enough, maybe because they're a small club, but a certain North London club spent 50, 60 million on Ndombele, and you don't hear a damn thing about it, really. Reckless spending. And it's not just us. Certain people spend 50 million on Sigurdsson, and we all know what happened to my man. He's a wrong'un. Leno will go in the summer. What kind of price do you think he'll get for him? Probably similar to what we got, man. Probably maybe like what, 10, 15? He's got a year left. You're not going to get nothing too much for him. After we was dumped out the FA Cup, you would have thought that Arteta / Eddie would have gone into overdrive to get midfield sorted before the Liverpool game. Trust, man. I can remember the days when you streamed in the park in London. Trust, all over London, man. Camden, Central, everything. I don't think there's an area ain't South London, everywhere, man. I already answered that. Loving the messages, people. Again, loving the engagement. You lot make it a pleasure to be here. I do not want Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Looks like another Bellerin footballer with a bigger interest in fashion than football. No, thank you. See, I told you, look, this is how it would start, people. I love Arsenal. I miss Aubameyang. I mean, Diligent said, people need to get a life and stop obsessing about transfers and getting frustrated when they read all rumours but see no activity. Vlahovic has been signed. He's coming. Boy, man, on to you if you don't sign, Love the show. We need our midfield pattern before a striker. Forget Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Boy. 50 from 500. Hit the like button. As Sia said, shout everybody locked in. Would look good on the Amazon documentary if we get Vlahovic. Trust. There's a lot of dramatics, man. See, G1's not even an Arsenal fan, but he understands this Vlahovic thing is jarring. It's jarring. Very jarring. We should grab a false 9 like Firmino to solve both problems. Yeah, but you reckon we don't score enough goals. It bangs for Liverpool because you look to the left and right. You historically have had Mane and had Salah. It's not going to bang, As much as I like Smith Rowe and Saka, they're still trying to learn that element of the game and bagging. Martinelli the same. So I don't know if that's the smartest way to go around things. And again, much like Lacazette, we're going to overcompensate on the other aspects. If Firmino was at Arsenal, the language would be a lot different around him. Big up DG, 3 out 0 in. We were short before. Now we're playing Russian roulette, especially how COVID is moving. I hope they've got a plan, man. I hope they've got a plan. Whether they've got a plan is another thing. Sakurai would be a good party option, yeah. Salah is a striker in my eyes, so he's still the best. I hear that. Dusan will be a great signing for the team and will make the team more stronger and competitive. You reckon? Hope so. Really hope so. Make sure you've hit the like button, people, on the stream between Arsenal and Liverpool tomorrow. Make sure you're following me on Twitch. We're going to be playing at 3:30. I'll probably start half an hour earlier or something like that and play. And then obviously later today, we've got Leicester as well as Leicester Spurs. I mean, again, you know, Mane and Salah are in their primes. Saka and Smith Rowe are not. There's going to be There's going to be times Saka and Smith Rowe stop scoring. You know, the career's not like that. Do we think Smith Rowe? Do we think Smith Rowe is going to just score all season? I love it. And there'll come a point where he's had a drought. Aubameyang, Harry Kane at a point, Jamie Vardy. You know, the most established strikers at times have struggled to score goals. So why don't we get someone who's a bit more established? Keep letting these young G's score in that, but get people who score goals. Because we're going to be, if Firmino was here or this false nine was here, it'd be the same things we're saying about Lacazette, where we can keep talking to ourselves about general play and hold-up play. And I'm not discrediting any of that, but goals, they will come again. Arsenal fans have short memories. The first half of last season, lack of threat, sucking him off after pause, the second half of the season. You know, Emil Smith kills flow or whatever they used to call him. Now, look, fans got real short-term memories. They love and hate Xhaka according to every 5 games. And there's many others. It's a long season. And we've seen Aubameyang and Lacazette work up front together this season. We've seen us persist with just Aubameyang. We've seen just Lacazette. We've seen many different things. And look, listen, with a username like that, I'll take that, boy. You don't know freedom, blood. Allow me, bro. Trust me, man's got a stand account for them, man. They dirty cunt. But you know what they say, man. Birds and that flock together or whatever. Nonsense and wrongins chill with each other, innit? And people who lick up women and them thing there. But anyways, away from that. Hey DJ, appreciate the stream helping me get through this long train journey. Hey, lovely to help you lot, man. This is what I'm saying. Fans are shameless, man. Fans forget bare of this shit, man. No, I hear you, T. I hear you. We need something. I would like the option of being able to run that as well, because if Vlahovic gets injured or he goes on a drought, what's going on? One thing I've never really liked about Arsenal is, obviously, if you've got an Alexis Sanchez, a Mohamed Salah, a Cristiano Ronaldo, you know, City got a bag of them or whatever. If you've got them talisman, then naturally you're going to rely on them. But we don't really have them talisman, and we've had to rely on certain individuals, and our young players have had to do that, and it's not really fair. I don't really like how we rely on one person. And I think at Arsenal, we do this thing where we've thought previously one centre-back is going to change all our defensive systems and whatnot, where it needs to be a change in mentality. A striker is going to make us score goals. Bro, we can sign in a midfielder, a more progressive 8 is only half the job. We need to want to play football. And Arteta's doing that this season. Last season, he weren't really on that. Sure, he tried to do us dirty with that one. Then offer a sign for Leo, bro. Leo fully sold Yazisi. I can't say Yazisi. I can't say his name, but I know you're talking about the long hair. You know, Leo are just about peas. To be fair, Leo are not gonna, bro. Their team's gonna be unrecognizable, I think, by the start of next season. What else have we got? Hit the like button, trust. I don't want to miss out anything. What else are you lot saying? Incredible conversation today, people. Let me scroll further up. Why are we chasing players like ugly man chases girls? Exactly that, man. Vlahovic should go to Dortmund. He clearly doesn't want to play for it. To be fair, Dortmund have been linked with him. I don't know if he'll go there, but they've been linked with him. Bayern Munich, how long is Lewandowski going to keep playing ball for? You know, time catches up with everyone. So, yeah, man, shout out to all my Bayesians locked in as well. Come on. See. Why I missed something. Scenes when Arteta puts Chambers and Lokonga pivot for tonight. Ooh. DG, do you reckon Sancho should have gone to City and Grealish to United instead? Why though? because you could see it the same struggles. I think as much as I enjoy the banter, Jadon Sancho will, you know, the penny just needs to drop. Everything's going to work out for him. You know what I think for him, he just needs to believe in himself, and United need to sort out the mess. I don't know if anything, Grealish might have got more scrutiny and Sancho more of an easy ride, but everybody's onto Grealish about underwhelming, you know, and everybody's clearly onto Jadon Sancho. So it would have been the same. I think Jadon would have fitted in back at City, and I think Grealish would have been good for United. I think one thing that would have helped is Grealish is actually a good footballer and he's brave. I think sometimes certain United players have been quite cowardly on the ball. So I personally don't think it make a change. DG, do you think we get a place in Europe this year? But whether it's Europa League or Champions League, if we do not get Europe, especially considering the situation we find ourselves in as we've clawed our way back in, someone's got to answer for it. If I'm honest with you, someone's got to answer for it. You don't get no points for doing that. We've got Singapore in the building. Shout out to you, lot, man. It must be stupid o'clock in Singapore, man. It must be hella late. I appreciate you. Is Xhaka gone yet? No. I am chilled, but Arsenal fans too invested. There are things other than football transfers. No wonder everyone's saying they got mental health issues. Rah. Obviously thought so with anyone suffering with mental. I think everyone suffers from mental health problems, but let's not take it there. Thoughts with everyone, man. If you can talk. How old are you, DG? 49. I'm so childish, man. Loving the stream every day. DG, mods, and everyone make it 100%. Shout out to the mods, the members, the supporters, the long-time supporters, the new ones, the subscribers, the Twitch gang. Make sure you're on that. Appreciate you lot, man. We got 44k subs. I have to confirm that, but if we are on 44k, appreciate everyone, man. Journey to 50, alive and kicking. Let's go, man. 12 a.m. in Melbourne again. Brazy. Birthright. Birthright ain't that old, is he? To be fair, I'm trying to leave Spurs. 49, looking good, DJ. I don't know who DJ is, but shout out to him, man. I'm 26. On the serious note. Push up them likes, man. Push up them likes. Get a couple more questions in before I get out of here, people. You know, lunchtime is cooling. My belly is growling still. None of the card. Shout out Canoe, but you know, we all know what card he was on. I don't want to. You can't even make them jokes now before people say, "Oh, you discriminate." Oh. And after my little episode, people try to cancel me. I don't want no problems with no one. Allow me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let's see if there's any other things. And see, just as I mentioned, Vlahovic, Bayern Munich should be looking at him. Allegedly, now, this is in Sports Blind. Apparently, Bayern Munich are looking to sell Lewandowski in the summer if he rejects a new deal. So there's going to be a striker merry-go-round. You know, Benzema's probably going to stay at Real Madrid, but give it a 2 weeks. You'll see Benzema, he's going to leave Real Madrid. It's going to be an we say it every summer, but it should be an interesting summer. I think it's Haaland and Mbappe. Whatever happens there, then Vlahovic and these sort of guys, your moves take place and take shape. Personally speaking. Like, come on, shout, Mark. If you're talking about wrong and shout the Reese, bro, that's my guy. You know, come on. My rating the grind. I remember when you only had 97 people live. Keep growing and shine. Stop cutting onions, man. Respect you lot, man. Can't wait for the Benzema link. Bro, Benzema's going to get linked with United. When's your next stream with Rants? I'm not going to be there tomorrow, and I'm killing myself if I'm not there because Hudson-Odoi stunk up the place. Matisse, they are in it, but I've got a if everything goes to plan, I should be doing a preview for Arsenal Liverpool on Twitch. I think from 1:30 is still to be decided, and them things there. I hope Vlahovic is coming to the carpet, my guy. DC, bro. I'm seeing bad DCs beat bad DJs. I don't. You got these guys. Hey, DC, DJ, where are you lot? People are talking to you lot. Swear. DG, would you prefer Isak or Vlahovic? Vlahovic. I don't know. A bit harsh. I like Hudson-Odoi. I just enjoy the banter, man. I'm sure another Lukaku comp has touched the ends. You see, you lot are making me a villain. I never used to laugh at these things, but I can't lie. Them things there are funny, man. Like the extents fans go to bring receipts. Like there was, again, you saw it, but that comp where someone was just, all the quotes were Lukaku saying, I'm an improved player, I'm this, I'm that, and just slapping it in with his stinkers. It was crazy. It was brazy. One good thing the club has done is get rid of some deadwood trust, you know, but I don't really think that deserves praise. It's taking you long enough. Darwin Núñez, again, TM, forgetting about him, as we spoke about yesterday. He can come to the carpet. I would love Darwin Núñez. South American passion, you know, Benfica, they try to sell players and things like that. I don't know. I haven't seen any Arsenal links, really, so I don't know, but it is what it is. The comps are, bro, people got some serious skills out here. I can't lie. People got some serious skills. Someone needs to shout me and be an editor or something. Thank you for wasting our time with these streams, DG Dane. Come on, man. You know, you should have opened up another tab and hit up Sarah J or something, man. I'm sorry that I couldn't be of service, man. You know, I'm wasting your time, but you're commenting. Great decision making. Good thing you're not in Arsenal's defense. Just when we're starting to make improvements, mate. Come on, stop crying. Cry more. Cry more, mate. You lot should see me on Sunday. I feel like rattling. Cry more. You thought you was going to see official Vlahovic holding the shirt? No. Sue, you dickhead. let me be mature, man. I enjoy it every day, dickhead, man. Every day, dickhead, man. Allow it, Kwame, man. I use that word myself, bro. Deluded love from Brum. All right, big up the Brummies, man. Who do you think has the bigger future, Smith Rowe or Martinelli? Brazilian bias, Martinelli. Brazilian bias. Carry on doing that celebration when you rattle people, but it suits you. Nah. Hey, Rattleman FC, man. You got to rattle Duns, man. You got to rattle. Like, why are you mad, bro? Why are you not mad? Like, are you getting mad over the internet? Are you getting mad off gigabytes and all them things there? Man, are getting mad over electricity. Come on, man. You got your health, you got your life. I hope everyone does. You got your loved ones, but you're banging on the QWERTY. And like I always say, these dons, what makes it mad? They're probably doing the sticky fingers. Like, I know 100% a couple of them keys don't work. Relax, man. Relax. Enjoy life. Get some fresh air, man. Stop being a YouTube gangster, man. I know you lot, this is you lot's playground. You lot want to say hurtful things. You do the hurtful comments thing. But please, man, please find it in your heart to make peace, man. Try and progress your life. As I always say at the start, I hope everybody's moving that much closer to their goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, and aspirations. And I hope even Donnies who have nothing positive to say, you know, is where it is, man. Crazy. What a special guy, man. What a special guy. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. You know, decision making terrible. Coming like Arsenal, Arteta and Edu right now in the transfer market. This is why we ain't got a midfielder and probably why Vlahovic ain't here. It's crazy. Smith Rowe will be cold, but Gabby for me. Bro, man, are getting vexed over pixels, blood. Kwame, listen, I'm not here to talk about the N-word. We know it's a derogatory term. It's unfortunately something that rolls off my tongue. I'm not going to fight you over it. I'm going to continue to use it. I'm not going to kill the IC Freeze for using it. I'm not going to kill anyone for objecting to it. But what I'm not going to do is go back and forth. If you've got a problem, then you've just got to exit the building, really and truly. That's the hill I'm going to die on, innit? Respectfully, I don't know you from nowhere. So I'm not going to live or die by what you think or don't think. Big up yourself, my guy. DG Nation is about togetherness unless you need licks. No, rush man together. What do you think this is? Like, to be fair, the way Vlahovic and his agents are moving, I'd be the same with Martinelli. No less than 80 mil. Right, your chest is high, innit? Bro, he's lucky I'm not here, man. What else have we got? I don't want to miss anything else out. I'm tired of Vlahovic links as well, man. I'm tired of it as well, man. Of course, we're playing FM. Like I said, FM is scheduled for 3:30. I might start slightly earlier just because I want to start early, get out there early, and then have a bit of a rest because we're playing Spurs. Well, I might say we're playing Spurs. I'm a Leicester fan for 90 minutes, but it's Leicester Spurs. That's also going to be on Twitch as well, people. Really. So, yeah, man, jam-pack their content. Trust. All depends what you get, though. DG starts 2022 valid. This is, you know what? Yeah, Osman said stand up if you hate Tottenham. I've got to stand up. But you know what happens, yeah? Do you know what I hate? I feel like Xhaka on YouTube. I feel like Xhaka because, listen, by nature, I'm fucking childish, you know. Like, I'm very childish. Like, that's just, I'm childish by nature, innit? I like to have a laugh and a joke. I'll ignore everything in terms of being mature, giving you lot your products and whatnot, and the best show I can. But every now and again, man, shit, I'm gonna entertain you today. Like, let's go, innit? Like, you know, it's very hard. One thing that was initially hard about YouTube, I can't stand when people are just rude for no reason, because in my walk of life growing up, if I get rude to someone, but I'm either going to get thumped in my face, or if I'm going to say something, I need to be able to defend myself. I think too many people have gone through life without repercussions. And when you got these new generation youths, the world is telling you you're special. Everybody owes you something. You can carry on a certain way. And then you've got the internet where you can hide yourself. But yeah, growth and that, man. Aye, South Africa in the building, FM stream settings. A man said, the day my dreams come true, DG will be sat. Oh my, if you start breading me on FM, I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Arsenal fans found the game in hunting now. You lot don't win yours though. Hey, you had to hit it. You was doing well, G1. You was coming on a humble thing. I thought you was gonna be here chatting hella crap about Vlahovic. Love for the super chat. Bloody hell, man. You lot are this is one of the best live streams ever. Did I think at 11:30? I can't lie, man. You lot, I'm crying inside, man, because you lot support everything you do for the guy. It means a lot, man. You lot move me, man. You lot really do move me. I wish I could bring tears. I'm crying inside, tears of joy. Love for the super chat. Love your work. Would love to do a thing together for one-way football. Why do Arsenal leave it so late to bring in players and then players lose interest, don't you think? I don't know, man. All I can say is we're being very reactive. Maybe, you know, Arteta and Edu, they're showing naiveties in the market. As good as last summer was, maybe time was kind to us. As you know, January, there's many reasons as to why it's difficult to do business. And on top of that, you've got time. I appreciate it now, man. This is on a serious note, man. Arsenal fans, as I always say on this channel, I'm an Arsenal fan, but we talk about other things, and there's fans of other clubs. I'm a fan of the game first, our club second. So I appreciate all the Arsenal fans of other clubs, you know, all the supporters. You lot make it for what it is, man. And hopefully we can get to 10K on Twitch. Make sure you're following on that. Hopefully we can get to 50K before the end of the year on YouTube and beyond. And just simply put, just be better than we was yesterday, people. Like that's all I'm about. I just try and be better than I was yesterday. If I could just be a little percentage better, then it is what it is, people. But yeah, man, what can I say? Like I said, make sure you've set your reminders for Arsenal Liverpool. I've dropped the link in there, and you can see just so you can see the thumbnail. Yeah, man, make sure you lot have done that. Yeah, that's the right link. Is what it is. Love for the super chats, love for anything. Listen, Vlahovic, don't shoot the messenger, innit? Like I always say on this channel, we're just gonna talk about the transfer news, and that's that. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. You know, we're talking about Vlahovic today. Give it a couple of weeks, you know, we'll be here in the summer, or months better yet. You know, Joe Blogs will be the hot striker that everyone says we need and things like that. Big up the JA Tugs in there. I mean, what's up with the transfer? Don't seem like nothing's going on in my guy. It's just paper talk. We hit 44K. If it's official that we've hit 44K, I need to check that. Appreciative of everyone that's been part of this journey. Fucking hell, man. This is real tears, man. You know what? We can act like I'm crying. Couldn't do it without you, lot. But is where it is, man. On that note, though, let me let you lot get out of here on the serious note. It's been a fantastic, I was about to say hour and a half. It's been an hour and 42 minutes, man. You lot stay blessed, stay safe. One love for the 44K. I'll see you at 3:30 on Twitch, maybe slightly earlier. I'll see you at 7:10 to watch Leicester versus Spurs. I'll see you tomorrow, Thursday. There's defo content from me on Twitch. Just make sure you're checking your reminders. In it Friday, 10 a.m. and that defo Football Manager. Again, assuming we play Burnley, we're gonna do a watch along. So yeah, we're there, man. 44K for being yourself. You can only be yourself, man. People love me, hate me, you know. Some, you know, for every you really are deluded, you're not so deluded, you know. I wish I had £1 for every time, and then I would fucking sign Vlahovic, broski. Bro, Kwame, leave me alone, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, allow me, man. Just leave me the fuck alone. Bro. Anyways, road to 50K. What's your Twitter? Again, socials, deludedguna04. Hit them all up, people. Instagram, all that business. Snapchat is D, as in the letter D, Guna04. So yeah, man. Is where it is. Appreciate you lot. We're out, man. We're out. Let me get out of here now because it's time to eat. And I'm actually, you know, I don't really want to leave you lot. And it's always sad, man. Like I sit here when it's done, I'm like, oh, like it's done. But let me let you lot go, man. Enjoy whatever's left of your morning, evening, afternoon, and night. Stay safe. Move that much closer to your goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, and aspirations. I'll see you lot again. We'll be back tomorrow at 11:30 on YouTube again. Any transfer news, you can bet your bottom dollar. There's a new thing going on with Vlahovic by then. We'll review Arsenal versus Liverpool. Well, we'll preview Arsenal versus Liverpool. Better yet, I'm living a day ahead again. So yeah, man, I hang around like a bad smell, man. You know. So yeah, on that note, peace.
I think it's like